Wow, my own theater.
They love me.
Hello! Hello! Thank you for coming! Welcome to the Life Factory! Welcome! Welcome!
Well, I'm sure they'll be here soon.
They say that Second Life is an intensely social place. But to be honest with you, I spend most of my time alone. I never even invite people to my theater. But sometimes they come, like that mysterious juggler. She never says anything. She just stands there looking at me, like a conscience. Sometimes a stranger will wander in, and when that happens, I stand up and I tell them about my Second Life. I have been in Second Life for a year. And I must say that my experiences have been quite mixed. Second Life is a chaotic place. It offers both good and bad. Like the real world, I suppose. Because, like the real world, Second Life is filled with people. And people can sometimes be a problem. Take the case of my friend Alex. He has spent years trying to track down a villain named Metamingo, an eccentric hacker who has sabotaged entire regions of the metaverse, leaving them uninhabitable and barren. But what keeps Alex obsessed is not so much catching Metamingo, but rather trying to understand what would motivate a person to engage in such destruction. Surely this Metamingo must be a sophisticated radical, with lofty ideals, or at least legitimate grievances. But if Metamingo has such reason, Alex has not been able to find it. He received a tip once, though, from some strange guy in an alley who stopped him and told him he was giving Metamingo too much credit. He is a simple man, the odd stranger said. He is a small man. After much tossing and turning and ruminating, Alex realized he had been overlooking an obvious clue that had eluded him for years. And when he finally came face to face with Metamingo, imagine the disappointment he felt when the saboteur admitted that the sole motivation for his wickedness is nothing more than bitterness at the world because he looks like a bird. Yes, Metamingo turned out to be pretty pathetic. Still destructive, though. But I said Second Life has both good and bad, so let me tell you about somewhere wonderful. Virtual Africa. What a magical place. Oh, look, someone else is here. This girl looks familiar. She suggested I adopt an artificial intelligent meerkat to help sustain the simulation. I had no idea what to expect from an artificial intelligence life form, but I was up for it. And after a bit of searching around, the creature and I made one another's acquaintance. I don't think either of us really knew what to do with the other. It turns out that dealing with them is really quite simple. It is amazing. Someone came into this world and developed an artificial life form. They respond to your cues. Feed them, play with them, and they'll be your friend. I think. Virtual Africa is dedicated to social development and environmental sustainability initiatives in Africa. Second Life is filled with ideas that speak to one's conscience. Hanging out in virtual reality has a similar effect to sitting in the sun for too long. It makes you see things.
Yeah.
Oh, that did not just happen. In Second Life, all sorts of weird things occur, and nothing is what it seems. And even when you think you may be alone, chances are you're not. The meerkat and I spent the day on the safari and got along pretty well, with only occasional misunderstandings. Like when I said I wanted to sit down and read, he read too. Sort of. It is funny where one finds camaraderie in virtual reality, and it seems that humans and animals, even artificial ones, can get along quite well, as can one with the myriad of travelers one meets along this enchanted path. More people have come. I suppose I should say something to them. Welcome to the Life Factory! Okay, look. I know I should just tell you about all of the wonderful opportunities in Second Life and all of the creative things that we can do here, because there is so much. But again, sometimes people make things difficult. Let me give you an example. A long time ago, I argued that Islamic terror is not rooted in poverty. I agree that poverty can create a field of support, and I believe that all must be done to assure equitable global development, and also that soft power is one of the greatest weapons in our arsenal. Yes, 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 I understand and agree with all of this. But the fact is, Islamic terror is a radical political ideology with other roots, and nowhere in its rhetoric does it mention poverty or its eradication as a motivating factor. And suicide bombers are not predominantly recruited from among the ranks of the poor. This is a rational argument based in much neutral research, but these words of mine earned me enemies. When I arrived in Second Life, I was taken to this popular place, where I was called a Cheney lackey. I was told I facilitate the evil ends of the U.S. government. My computer was hacked repeatedly. And then this happened. I was alone, minding my own business. The sun shining.
You're running out of time.
Yep, a virtual suicide bomber. Can you believe it? Yeah, that was awful. What really kills me is that these attacks appear to have been coming from the political left. But things are just as bad on the other side. Take, for example, the occasion of the September 11th anniversary in Second Life. I built something to commemorate those lost, and to remind of the horrors that were committed on that day. See the couple holding hands while jumping? Remember? I wore this to the September 11th memorial, and no sooner had I arrived than a so-called patriot began glaring at me. He thought I was a protester.
You don't even know what it means to fight a war. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, right. Talk about allies being treated as enemies. I have come to the conclusion that irrationality and extremism is flourishing at all points on the spectrum and in all worlds, and that none of these people represent a path toward a solution. How are we supposed to create a better world in an environment like this? I do try to ignore these people and focus on those who are really striving to find solution, because it is going to take rational thought and patience, and there is a long, long road ahead. There are actually many groups working to improve the world through Second Life, and many interesting people contributing their efforts. Optimistic people, creative people. I've never seen such a diverse group of individuals. I am confident advances will be made. You know, I get so tired of all of this fanaticism and reality that sometimes I want to just lie down and disappear into an illusion. And Second Life is wonderful for this. There are amazing pools of light all over that one can fall into. And when standing inside these illusions, these dreams, one can almost imagine that anything is possible in this new world, that dreams and visions can be realized, that people and circumstances can be transformed, and that the best ideas and intentions will ultimately prevail. So I hold on to these visions in Second Life, and if I find myself staring into some dark social abyss, at least I know that I can conjure flowers and sunlight, and I can dance. Dance until I drown in flowers. And swim in sunlight. Oh, but look at the time. And I guess we all must go. But thank you. Thank you so much for coming to my theater. And please come back. Come back. I have so much that I want to tell you. Oh boy. I have an audience.